Let's continue with practice problem number 6, compatibility check. You need to store ammonia and bleach in the laboratory. Discuss why storing them together is dangerous and what measures you would take to store them safely. So we're given substances to be stored, ammonia and bleach, which is a sodium hypochlorite solution. Thus, evaluate compatibility and safety measures. So required. Why is it dangerous to store ammonia and bleach together? What are the safe storage measures? Our solution, chemical incompatibility. When ammonia comes into contact with bleach, it reacts to form toxic chloramine vapors and possibly hydrazine, which are harmful when inhaled. So hazards, exposure to chloramine gas can cause coughing, chest pain, nausea, eye and throat irritation, and in severe cases, respiratory distress. Safe storage measures. Store ammonia and bleach separately in clearly labeled containers. Keep them in well-ventilated areas away from direct sunlight and heat sources. Use secondary containment like plastic trays to prevent leaks from mixing. Follow laboratory chemical storage guidelines. Grouping chemicals by compatibility. Example, store oxidizers like bleach away from the bases like ammonia. And the final answer, storing ammonia and bleach together is dangerous because they can react to form toxic chloramine vapors, posing serious health risks. To store them safely, they must be kept separately in well-ventilated, clearly labeled, and compatible storage areas with precautions to avoid accidental mixing. Practice problem number 7, risk assessment. Your lab is planning to use a new chemical that is highly toxic and volatile. List the steps you would take to assess risk and ensure the safe handling, storage, and disposal before starting the experiment. Review SDS for hazards and handling instructions. Use appropriate PPE and fume hoods. Limit quantities used. Plan safe storage, compatibility, ventilation, secure cabinet. Prepare disposal plan according to regulations. Conduct a risk assessment and emergency preparedness plan. Practice problem number 8. Practical scenario. A coworker leaves an unlabeled bottle on the storage shelf. You notice it contains a reactive chemical. What steps do you take to handle the situation safely, and how would you prevent this from happening in the future? Do not touch or use the chemical. Isolate and label as unknown slash reactive. Consult supervisor or safety officer to identify and store or dispose properly. Prevent recurrence by enforcing labeling rules and regular inventory checks. Practice problem number 9. Personal protection. During a chemical experiment, you notice a classmate is not wearing gloves while handling a corrosive substance. How would you address this situation and explain the importance of proper PPE? Politely inform classmate of the hazard. Explain that PPE prevents chemical burns, exposure, and contamination. Ensure gloves are worn before proceeding. Practice problem number 10. Regulatory compliance. Your school or work place Your school or workplace requires documentation of chemical disposal. Create a short checklist of the steps you would include to ensure proper chemical disposal records are maintained. Number 1. Identify the chemical type and hazard class. 2. Record quantity and container. 3. Note method of disposal, neutralization, waste collection. Number 4. Date of disposal. Number 5. Responsible person's name and signature. Number 6. Store records for regulatory review. Practice problem number 11. Spill prevention. You are transferring a liquid, chemical from a large bottle to a smaller container. What measures would you take to prevent spills, and what equipment could help make the process safer? Use funnels or pipettes to control flow. Work in a fume hood or over a tray to catch spills. Avoid overfilling containers. Practice problem number 12. Flammable storage. A lab has flammable solvent such as acetone, ethanol, and hexane. Explain the key considerations for storing these chemicals safely. Store in a dedicated flammable cabinet away from heat and ignition sources. Keep containers closed and upright. Limit quantity to minimum necessary. Use proper ventilation and signage. Practice problem number 13. Chemical segregation. You notice that oxidizers and organic solvents are stored on the same shelf. Describe the potential risks and how you would reorganize the storage to minimize hazards. Risks may react violently or cause fire. So solution is store oxidizers in a separate cabinet away from organic solvents. Practice problem number 14. Expired chemicals. You find several chemicals that are past their expiration date. Explain how you would handle, store, or dispose of them safely. Identify expired chemicals. Check disposal guidelines. Do not use. Label as waste and follow proper disposal procedures. Practice problem number 15. Handling solid chemicals when weighing powdered chemicals such as sodium carbonate or potassium permanganate. What best practices would you follow to avoid inhalation or contamination? Okay, so practice problem number 16. Label creation. You receive a new chemical in an unmarked container. How would you create a proper label and what information should be included? Include the chemical name, concentration, hazard symbols, uh, date received, expiration date, and preparate whoever prepare with initials. Practice problem number 17. Mix ways. During an experiment, you accidentally mix an acidic solution with a basic solution in a waste container. Explain the potential hazards and how you would prevent this in the future. Hazard. Uncontrolled reactions may release heat or gases. Prevent by segregating acidic and basic wastes in separate containers. Train personnel on proper waste handling. Practice problem number 18. Chemical transport. You need to move hazardous chemicals across the laboratory. What precautions should you take during transport to ensure safety? Use secondary containment trays or carriers. Keep upright and avoid rapid movement. Transport in small quantities if possible. Practice problem number 19. Emergency equipment. List the types of emergency equipment that should be available in a lab handling hazardous chemicals and explain how each is used in case of accidents. Eye wash station. Flash eyes after exposure. Safety shower. Rinse body in case of large spills. Fire extinguisher. Put out chemical fires. Spill kit. Contain and clean chemical spills. First aid kit. Treat minor injuries. Practice problem number 20. Routine inspection. Describe a routine inspection checklist for chemicals for chemical storage to ensure compliance with safety standards. Include at least 5 key points. Number 1, proper labeling of all chemicals. Number 2, storage according to compatibility. Number 3, containers closed and upright. No expired chemicals present. Number 5, adequate ventilation in storage areas. Number 6, emergency equipment accessible and functional. We will have the next part of this chemistry lesson, Roman numeral number 9.